Shalom, call Yahaba Shem Yahusha. Shalom to the left. Now, I was out riding and I happened to stop at this place and I seen some news. It just made me think of some precepts. And I queued it up just so I can get back on my laptop and do it. So hold on, let me go to it real quick. Let me scroll down and go to it real quick. All right, here we go. So recently you had all these different little events. Let me pause this ad. You had all these different events with the Ukraine and the Russia situation. You still had stuff going on with China and I want to say India, if I'm mistaken. They kind of toned it down a little bit, but there's still stuff going on at the border, like people was dying and stuff like that. So they've been trying to make little peace treaties and different shit like that. Then you got the stuff going on with China and Taiwan, which the U.S. has been sending Taiwan weaponry to basically combat China over there in the area. Then simultaneously, you still got the stuff going on in Syria, and then we're talking about Afghanistan and them pulling out troops. Which when I seen this, I already knew Esau just was putting that shit out of the media just so they could stay over there anyway. And simultaneously, it ain't even up to them really to pull from out of there. See, the Most High wanted them to stay over there. I want to let this play, and then I'll pull these precepts and just go into it. But the Most High got it set up so they can stay over there anyway, no matter how much they try to pull out or go move somewhere else or send the troops home and all that shit, man. The Valley of Jehoshaphat is going to be filled with a certain amount of troops. Let me let this play real quick.
About Israel, the U.S., Iran. Joining us now for more on this topic is political analyst John Jordan.
Hold on. Let me go to another video. I'm trying to go to that one.
Biden says this is it, the end of the Afghan war. No more extensions, apart from, well, this last one until September.
We cannot continue the cycle of extending or expanding our military presence in Afghanistan, hoping to create ideal conditions for the withdrawal and expecting a different result.
According to the deal struck between Trump and the Taliban, America was supposed to be gone in a couple of weeks' time, by May 1st. But the new president, claimed that didn't give him enough time. The new date is symbolically September 11th, and the thousands of U.S. and NATO troops on that date will have left.
In light of this, and recognizing that there is no military solution to the challenges Afghanistan faces, allies have determined that we will start the withdrawal of the Resolute Support Mission forces by May 1st.
Nobody in NATO wants to be in Afghanistan. Nobody. But they went to...
Nope, you see, they don't want to be there. They would like to have peace. Let me pull this other precept real quick. They would like to have peace and be able to just go home, send people home, go build up the roads, the bridges, and all that shit. See, they ain't up to them, though. Let me go to this. I'll bring this precept out a lot, because that's what it is. It's in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. Say, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. So no matter what they do, man, they gonna say, oh, we're gonna have peace talks, we're gonna pull the troops out. And he just said this. Now you gotta keep them over there longer. So that just goes to show as much so-called power that they seem to have, the Most High got the real power to really control them like that. Let me pull this other precept. The book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 33, verse 17. But yeah, I'm going to start at verse 16. You know what? I'm going to jump back up to 15. Now it says, in a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumber is upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of man and sealeth their instructions. So you might go to sleep one day and you'd be like, you know what? Like, hey, that happened to me today. I said I was going to do something else. I ain't even going to do that shit. I ended up doing something completely opposite. Prime example. Now it says, then he opened up the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men. So these Edomites, these Idumeans over there, they want to go do something else. But when they doze off and go to sleep, the Most High put their instructions in their mind. They wake up and do something completely contrary to that. Now, sometimes the Most High will do that to you too, to keep you from some type of turmoil or something. I'm going to read on and say that. It says that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. So, hey, you might not be meant to be in a certain place. You're trying to go somewhere, and you say, oh, I want to go to this spot tonight, or go to this spot today. Something might throw all that off, just so you don't be in that area. Then simultaneously, the Most High give you over to that, just so you do be in that area. And that's what's going on with these Edomites. They want to leave this area, but they meant to be in that area.
To do a job to make sure that Al-Qaeda and its ilk never make it home again. The only thing worse than staying in Afghanistan is leaving before that job is done, which has the potential to cast 20 years of war and bloodshed and effort to the wind.
Our common goal is clear. Afghanistan should never again serve as a haven for terrorists to attack our homelands. So our presence is conditions-based. While no ally wants to stay in Afghanistan longer than necessary, we will not leave before the time is right.
The US government itself is divided. Never mind NATO, Germany, for example, which previously opposed the withdrawal. Czech Republic came out and said that this is the wrong decision, but that they'll pull out in solidarity, leaving behind a vast, dangerous, and uncertain power vacuum. The war isn't over. Almost 2,000 people have been killed in Afghanistan in the first 3 months of this year. But now, that's a problem for others.
And we'll ask other countries in the region to do more to support Afghanistan, especially Pakistan, as well as Russia,
Look at
China,
old Creepy
India,
Joe,
and
man.
Turkey.
Creepy Joe.
They all have a significant stake in the stable future for Afghanistan.
Understand that the Taliban now is believed to be more powerful than at any point in 20 years. They control or contest more than half the country, and that's with thousands of NATO troops keeping them at bay. With those foreign troops gone, what's to stop them taking more? But see,
If you really know the history behind this, they set all this shit up any fucking way. So it's all a psyop. And then at the same time, this psyop don't backfire and got their ass stuck over there. So let me pull this precept real quick. So the book of Joel, chapter 3. And we start at verse 1. It says, for behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. And what you're seeing the men, starting with Judah all the way on down to Issachar, getting themselves together, getting in order, carrying themselves a certain way. And ultimately, the Most High putting the Spirit on them to do that, calling on the name Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High, and the Son Yahushua, which people ignorantly call Jesus. There wasn't no J and no E in the Abar. So them names, those aren't the names, and people gonna see that when that day come, and you have to call on His name. You actually have to call on the name. You want somebody to help you. You know, a person named David, you ain't gonna say, hey Bob, come help me. That person ain't gonna look at you like you're crazy. Now, reading on some more, it says in verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. That land is parted. Our people scattered among the nations, got us over here in America, South America, Canada, to Australia, to Japan, China, to Russia, to some other areas, Italy, Europe, Great Britain, Germany, our people all over the place. You go everywhere on the planet, and our people have been put in them places and scattered from slavery fleeing from persecution or some type of level, or financial issues, and all that boiled down because these nations, they had a hand in that, starting with Esau down to the Hamites, Cush, Moab, Ammon, all these different nations, they had a hand in that. So the Most High, that's why they say, here's the patience and the faith of the saints, because you're supposed to be patient and wait. We ain't got to go put no fucking militia together or none of that stuff. The Most High, he controlling them to wipe each other out, and it's playing out. You see it clear as day. I had to laugh at this shit earlier when I was sitting in the truck. I'm like, oh yeah, this definitely come to fruition right here. He gathering them. You got Russia telling the U.S. don't come over here and mess with us, and you know they're gonna go mess with them anyway, because the Most High gonna stir their spirit up just so they can go fuck with them anyway. They already put sanctions on them. What's next after the sanctions? Iran. Talking about it's Iran versus everybody else, that was in the other video. Let me go back to it. It says Iran versus everyone else in the Middle East. That's part of prophecy over there. So ain't no need for no militias trying to gather arms and trying to go fight Esau and do none of that dumb shit, because that's completely against the scriptures. It's just say, be patient and wait, and you're gonna see it play out. And that his protection gonna be upon certain men. So don't nothing befall them and their families and etc. What it says, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people. There's only one main select group of people on this earth that this happened to on a huge and horrible level. Them lots. When you go into lots, it's talking about slave lots. It says, I have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And they still doing this to this day with the sex trafficking and the child kidnapping ring and all that shit that they be doing. It's still going on. So they got to pay for that. And God says, yeah, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and carried it into your temples, my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. That's why people always saying, oh, I'm African American. Those are two different names from two different people. When you look into it, a lot of people don't even know who they is. And if they don't say that, they say, oh, I'm black, or I'm from this, I'm from that. They're not even realizing where they really from. They from the place where these damn devils fighting over the most. And there's a reason why they fighting over it like that. When I said, behold, I will raise them out of their place, whether you have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. Hold up, wait a minute. Damn, the Most High get down like that? I thought everybody supposed to be just one. We just all gonna unite. Damn, no, they ain't going down like that. Got a bunch of sodomites running around, pedophiles and shit, and you gonna unite with them? That don't even make sense. Now it says, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. Yeah, and if Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh has spoken it, it should surely come to pass now. As you see all this stuff happening, then now the scriptures say there should be earthquakes in diverse places, wars and rumors of wars. It's going on. So if that's going on, this going down too. It says in verse 9, proclaim you this among the Gentiles, prepare a war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. This is what you see going on. Prepare war, the mighty men, all these different little nations, they getting prepared. They stocking up on them arrows. Go down some more. It says in verse 10, it says, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I'm strong. Them Persians, aka the Iranians, they saying they strong. They saying Iran versus everybody else. That's a bold ass statement to make. And you want to know the reason why? Because they got a city called. Let me pull it up and get the exact name for it. Cause I seen a video on this. I actually did a video on this too as well. Let's see if it's still up here. I might have took it down from my queue list. Hold on, is this it right here? Oh yeah, they got a city called Missile fucking City. Why would they have something like that, man? And you got people, and I hop online, I see some silly dumb shit trending online, but people ain't really concerned. You should be concerned about this, man. You love your family, and you want to make sure they safe and all this stuff. You should be concerned about this shit that's really going on. Let me continue reading. Now, verse 11, it says, "Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, because thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." And what's going to make this even more wrong, because they're going to be fighting each other. And in the midst of them fighting each other, that's when Yahweh going to send Yahweh shot back with the angels to do what they're going to do too. So it's going to be a whole spectacle, so to speak. Now it says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. And before I read on some more, it says, they talk about the different multitudes. When you go into the book of 2nd Ezra, which I ain't going to pull that, I'm sure I can familiar with that scripture in the book of 2nd Ezra, when they talk about seeing the Lord. It said, I saw a man upon a graven mountain, and I saw it basically, and it perceived there's no end of that mountain. You couldn't see how big it was all the way, how far it stretched out and all that. That's why the book of Revelation speaks about every eye shall see him, because that ship going to be so huge, and along with the angels, everybody going to see that. And that's going to be going on while they fighting. These different people, they're going to stop fighting each other, these different nations. They're going to stop fighting each other, then they're going to try to fight Yahweh Shai and the angels. And they just going to fucking lose. And that's all it's going to be. Just so the Most High can show who's really in charge. Because Esau not in charge. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. They didn't have the mind capacity or the real strength to really take over like that. It just was given to them. It was set up like that. Verse 14 to say, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near. In the valley of decision, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Because there's going to be so much smoke in the air, it's going to block out the sun. Just like when a volcano go off, but this ain't going to be no volcano. Now it says, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. And this is what we're supposed to hope for. It should be our strength. Because you can't go up against Esau with his own blessing. His blessing is the sword. Our blessing is having the direct connection with the Creator of everything. That's way better than the sword. Because he can put a spirit on somebody and fucking drop their damn gun. Or he can make it so they shit jam up when they try to shoot it. Let me see what else I want to read on. I'm just getting to the blessings of this. I ain't gonna play the rest of this video. Just get ready to end this up. Now I say blessings for God's people. It says in verse 17, so shall ye know that I am the Lord, your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through it here anymore. This hasn't happened yet. Still strangers over there. They got gates and borders, and now you gotta take that left hook so you can get a passport to travel through there. Now in verse 18 it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters. That land dry, ain't no water really flowing through there like that. And it says, and the fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Now let's go look at the valley of Shittim. Look at this real quick. I ain't never pulled this up like this, but let's look at a little image real quick. See how the valley of Shittim look right now. So you know they're speaking about future prophecy. Now you look at Valley of Shittim on the map, it looks mighty dry over there. I'm trying to get a recent image of it. Get a recent image of this. It's probably gonna show a bunch of other imagery. That land dry over there. Look at this land, man. And they got a flying plants and all type of other shit. So this another place. That wasn't the exact place I was looking for. This is the other one. Look at this place, man. This place is barren right now. That's because we not over there. Wherever our people go at, we bring life to the area. To be more upbeat, more action going on. All that stuff. That's just how it is. You got them Amalekites over there. This place look dead. Desert. Rocks every damn well. Dirt. Trees withering away. They got to fly trees in every other month. Well, see, that's going to change, though. It says, and shall water the valley of Shittim. And verse 19, read on some more, it says, Egypt should be a desolation, and Edom should be a desolate wilderness for violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah should dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. But I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord Yahweh dwelleth in Zion. And that's what we're looking forward to, man. When you're looking forward to no Babylon getting fixed up, fuck Babylon, even though the Most High taking care of us while we're here. But other than that, that's what we're looking forward to, getting put in our own land. Being able to dwell amongst the angels and see Yahweh Shah, be able to be in good graces with the Most High all the way. Being able to practice keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments the right way. And having stuff in order. Family in order, your women in order, your kids in order, society in order. That's what real men looking for. So I just want to bring this out. I seen this video. It just sparked something in my mind. Call out Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and Shalom to the left.